Hey everyone, Tracy Day here. Day to day, taking my life back, decluttering after 2 strokes last year, E. coli in my blood system, and septic shock. I was one sick little puppy. But the time that I was sick for about a year before all that happened. So I just kind of threw everything together and didn't bother um, doing anything. Didn't bother really cleaning. I didn't have no energy to do that. So today, we have a pile of clothes that we're going to try to go through. And this is just going to be a series because I know I can't get it all done in one day. But let's get started. And to let you know, I have a box that clothes will be going in there to donate. So when I pitch them down that way, it's going to be because it's donate. Some of this I'm still not for sure about. So I don't know how much of this we're actually going to get through, how much I'm going to keep. I'm praying that I don't keep very much. I've really got this mindset since my strokes. I need to get rid of majorly everything and downsize to a little bit of nothing. So I'm praying that that's going to happen. And if there's any guidelines you can give me, please do. Or any encouragement words that you might have or tips that I might need to know, please comment below and let me know. Let's get started doing this because it's going to be a tassel. Because as I said, this is just not, this pile here is not very much of my clothes. I have a lot more. Like I said, we will kind of do a series of it. Let's get started. Hello, how are you today? Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, I have no idea. He never said anything about that. He just he actually hasn't talked to me. He's texted me. Um, I think that's just kind of his way of trying to without really talking to me yet fully, other than when other people's around. But he texted me and asked me how I was feeling. I said, I'm much better. My lip is went way down finally. It's really itchy, but I asked him how his doctor's appointment went, and he said his doctor's appointment went really well. He had lost, the 15 pounds, as you had said, and that he was doing good. And I said, well, praise God. I said, we've been praying for you, and we will continue to pray. And he said, well, I've been praying for you too. And that's basically all, he said. He didn't say no more. The last time I knew, he was going to try to get Glenn Chapman to come in and do a revival a couple of days out there. Yeah. So I don't know, but he's never mentioned anything to the church other than Glenn Chapman. And the only reason that is because he knows I like Glenn Chapman, and he had talked about this a couple of years back before he even got Clear Springs Church, to bring Glenn Chapman into Bob's church. I don't know. I mean, I honestly, maybe there's one or two things. Either he stepped away from it, or it could be that the Lord just kind of convicted him about, he's letting the pastor thing go to his head. And, so I don't know. I don't even know if JD went because he never, like I said, he never said nothing to me about anything. And so I don't know. Well, good. You needed rest. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Every now and then we've got to be a little bit of goofiness, but I have no clue. I have not called him. I did try to call him when I first left the church out there, just to let him know that, there was no hard feelings, but, it's just time for me to move on. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, because I've heard him gripe a lot of times. Well, they won't answer my call, and I'm thinking, but you don't answer their calls, so it's kind of a fair game. Hmm. Well, I honestly don't think he would step. Well, you can't just stop it. I mean, you tried and I tried, and it's just not working. He just does not want to do it yet. At you because they remember that I'm going to sit down and talk to you. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to blow in, and I have to really detail the small stuff that they mess up. Did not happen to her? Well, no, they was having a board because he wanted, but it's okay because when I left to go, only because I know it's a good word and it lines up most of the time with my, you know, but I don't know if there's nowhere else to really go. Well, he is a lot better, and I would say with John, he was Bishop somewhere. I'll be honest with you. And that's, well, what I'm supposed to do. Christ. Like last night, she has, I hear it yesterday morning and didn't get home. He got home early because he was trying to. So there's, and they believe what you're, they're too. Yep, Bishop has lost a lot of people in his church, and a lot of good people hardly get to drinking full time. Like he's worthy. I said, my head. If it was, and I've had to learn this, and especially since we have set it, I'm not going to say I'm a person, but I gravitate one of this in his ministry. And I'm one of these ones. If you really watch Bishop that you submit to JD's church, because there was a time I said, I have to get fed somewhere. We use you guys in leadership. People in your church that you're not using. Don't do that first. I know I've been on the other end. Be right there, and I know the church because they contacted this boy's mom. I guess some people made some nasty comments on his post. He contacted me and said, I had screenshotted what she said because I wanted him to know, Bishop, some of your people are doing this to people. He responded back to me. Well, I don't get involved in that kind of. They're welcome to come if they want to come, but if not, which is wrong. I mean, there's things that I can tell you about a whole lot more, but I won't. And I'm not trying to be. I'm not. I'm just saying. And I've been praying that she's not friendly with me like she used to be. And I don't know why. I don't know if she feels like I'm a threat. I'm not that. Anyway. Bishop's church that day. And I had, he's relocated and he was praying a month and a half ago. And I thought, well, those are the 3 youth people. What dedication thing are you going to? and his friend wrecked it 2 days ago. Drive it, and because they didn't know how to drive a stick. Boy, yesterday, and I said, "Why? What's going to get Logan?" Mountain View. He said, "He's sitting in your car. Why?" Way home. Heather kind of talked to me, but Truman, I just know that here last night. Well, even Steve did till about 9 o'clock, and then he finally went to sleep. IEP, there's an IEP growing up until 9th grade. And so anyway, right before I called you, that school, she doesn't want to go there at all. Mom's rights when she gets the. So, I don't things that we'll just have to see how things go and how. These are dirty. Every day. Also, they are that way. That's the hard ages. Goodness. Amazing what you learn one-handed.